Can't forget about my main man, Celtic Mike. Also going out to 3500. What you gonna do there, in Beasley? You and my main man, Twan and Mort. My main man, Lou Red. Keep your head up, going out to Hoop Billy and my main man, Chili. Yeah, that double O. Can't forget about the 640 crew and the niggas who the one way. Seven Teller. Yeah. The last been family. Well, alright. Big Anthony, my main man, Boo. Toto. Alright. The 48 mile. Yeah. Nigga tomorrow, yeah. My man Black Blue. Well, alright. Hey, Whitey. Well, alright. Well, there's Joey and Rob. Well, alright. Can't forget about you, Blue. Hey, Eagle. You gonna party with me, Walker? You and Rob on the Crystal. See to you, honeys. Wanna be where you are. Seven Teller, honey. Wanna be where you are. Sweet Kimya, you gonna party with us, girl? Wanna be where you are. Shake your hips to the left and to the right, right, right. Shake your hips to the left and to the right, right, right. Shake your hips to the left and to the right, right, right. Shake your hips to the left and to the right, right, right. The girls are so good. The girls are so good. I said them girls, they look so good.
I should be running a new freak style to make the crowd book wow. Flowing like water from a Nile. Somewhere in Egypt, your mind and my rhymes eclipse and come together. Who's them say Doug Fresh is done? Them can't never say Doug Fresh done. I never run when I'm in trouble or stumble on a style, son. Performing at the garden and the lines for miles for the one and only. Don't try to act like you know me, homie. As Mr. Jones a little vicious who just signed a Sony Money in the middle. Vicious is a little. Freaks, speak up, ease up, roll my sleeve up, hold up. Wait a minute, hold up, wait a minute. It's on. And overseas, my enemies freeze, thieves, know not to touch these. By you, I'm a breeze. Dougie Fresh, falling nigga, please. My DJ don't mess up, I'm going to set up. You give me the mic and the stage and the people are rage. You know I gotta go ahead and flipping the style like a key. Running a mile like to see Owen. No one drinking ginseng. Keep me going, energize ya, surprise ya, then hypnotize ya. Run for more than the water in Niagara. Delivery sharp like a dagger. And Jimmy Swagger, I got the whole world waiting for change like a backpacker. In fact, hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold up, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold up, it's on. got 1, 2, 3. Is he crazy? I ain't lazy. Yeah, I gotta take care of my baby. Is he crazy? I ain't lazy. Yeah, I gotta take care of my baby. Is he crazy? I ain't lazy. Yeah, I gotta take care of my baby. Is he crazy? I ain't lazy. TT, got 2, 8, 20. You too grown to keep playing on my phone. Keep the fat boy. You too grown. Go slide. Wildin'. It's on rock. Hey. I say yeah, 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 yeah. Hey. I say yeah, 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 yeah.
busy now.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm about to start rocking, yo.
I'm about to rock now.
I'm about to start rocking, yo.
I'm about to rock.
Yeah, I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm about to start rocking, yo.
I'm about to rock now.
Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Come on.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I get busy, y'all.
I'm getting busy now.
Yeah, I'm getting busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
Yeah, I'm getting busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm about to start rocking, y'all.
I'm about to rock now.
I'm getting busy, y'all.
I'm getting busy now.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm about to start rocking, y'all.
I'm about to rock now.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm in the hole, y'all.
I'm in the hole now.
I'm in the hole, y'all.
I'm in the hole now.
Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here. Don't hold back now. Give it here, give it here.
I get busy, y'all.
I get so busy now.
I'm down with the grooves, y'all.
I'm with the groovers now.
I'm down with the grooves, y'all.
I'm with the groovers now.
With the grooves, y'all.
I'm with the groovers now.
With the grooves, y'all.
Now this is the part I like right here.
I swim, y'all.
I come to swim now.
Down with the grooves, y'all.
Hey, step to the rear, man. Cool's on the rival. Hey, a little something like this here. Go ahead, baby. 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 Ooh, pop, pop, ooh, pop, pop, ooh, pop, ooh. Yes, indeed, baby doll. And it goes a little something like this, y'all. Ain't it good to you? 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 Special dedication to the brothers from the ghetto. Hey, hey. When we gonna get to the good part? Go ahead, baby. 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 Hold up. One more time, baby. Let me know if you're good to go. I say, hold up. I say, One more time, baby. Let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Yeah. Special dedication going out to all of y'all, and I swear I hope you're having a ball, baby. I'm getting ready. Yes I am. Good God Almighty, goddamn. Go ahead, baby. My name ain't Sam, and I don't need no ham horns blow. Here we go. Special dedication going out to Trent, Mike, all that business crew. Wait a minute. One more time, baby. Let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Yeah. Special dedication going out to you. Special dedication going to your crew. I'm getting ready. Yes I am. Good God Almighty, goddamn. Go ahead, baby. My name ain't Sam, and I done you no ham horns blow. Here we go. Special dedication going out to Mingo and Sean and all the rest of them in the place. If y'all ready, a little something like this. Hold up.
Time for the workout, DJ Cool is swinging, flipping the funky flavor with the music I'm bringing. Time to be hustling up on the track that y'all be grooving to, and step to the real kid, get about the way I'm coming through, and this is the way that I rock the spot for the people that come to sweat and get the body hot. Whether you like it or not, this is how we do it. So stretch, put your body into it. DJ Cool, kicking the man style vocally. I'm making a name for myself worldwide and locally. And now live on stage is the one you adore. DJ Cool, coming to give you more what you paid your money for in the first place. And now I got more bass, and it's all in your face. And I'm taking up space with the rhyme that I kick. The sound is so damn slick. People can't help themselves, they gotta be moving to my shit. And that's a fact, whether you're white or black. I get it a DJ Cool, gotta like that soul. Here we go now with the web bam, as I slam the new jam. And I can be goddamn, my name is Ham, and I don't need ham. Cause that's wine, it's bad for the mind and the body. Taking the information while you're moving it in the party. Back to the funky new jack track swinging. I like everything on the paper, responsible for singing in the background and all that. What could I be doing without you? I'd rather be singing with y'all instead of alone. I thought that you knew. So break it on down one more time, just like we used to.
Hold up. It's DC in the house. Say it now. It's DC in the house. Say it now. Oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? It's DC in the house. Say it now. I can't hear you. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Wait a minute, wait a minute. It's New York in the house. Say it now. It's New York in the house. Say it now. I can't hear you. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? It's New York in the house. Say it now. I can't hear you. Where they at? Where they at? Oh, when we gonna get to the good part? Virginia in the house. Say it now. Woo! It's Virginia in the house. Say it now. I can't hear you. Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? It's Virginia in the house. Say it now. Woo! Where they at? Where they at? Where they at? Wait a minute, wait a minute. Tell me where y'all from, baby. Tell me where y'all from. Tell me where y'all from, baby. Tell me where y'all from. Tell me now who wants the best now. Oh my God, tell me where y'all from, baby. Tell me where y'all from. Tell me now who wants the best now. If you're ready and you know it, clap your hands. If you're ready and you know it, clap your hands. If you're ready and you know it, don't be afraid to show it. If you're ready and you know it, clap your hands. God damn it, hold up. I said, hold up. I said, one more time, baby, let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Damn. Get your hands in the air. Get your hands in the air. Let's get that thing going. Clap your hands if you're with me. You better clap your hands if you're with me. You better clap your hands if you're with it. Hold up. Oh, pop, pop, oh, pop, pop, oh, pop, oh. ready and you know it. Don't be afraid to show it. If you're ready and you know it, clap your hands. I said, hold up. I said, hold up. One more time, baby. Let me know if you're good to go. I said, hold up. Yeah. Special dedication going out to all of y'all, and I swear I hope you're having a ball. Hey, I'm getting ready. Yes, I am. God, I like Sam. Go ahead, baby. My name ain't Sam, and I don't need no hand-hold blow. Here we go. Special dedication going out to I'm so glad it's y'all. Y'all need to go to the go. Y'all need to go to the go. Everybody say hell yeah. Say hell yeah. Say hell yeah. Let's freak it one time, 20. Oh, freak, 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 freakity, freak, 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 freakity, freak, 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 freakity, make your body move. Oh, freak, 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 freakity, freak, 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 freakity, freak, 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 freakity, make your body move. Get that hump in your bag. Yeah, yeah, get that hump in your bag. Make your body move. Get that hump in your bag. Yeah, yeah, get that hump in your bag. Make your body move. Now listen, I know you want to do it again, but I'm the master, my friend. I've been around, I'm a veteran. Keep it on the go from it over. I did the hip hop, so sometimes I'm typical. And even though you may not know me yet, I'm DJ Cool, and I'm your best bet for the party. Lottie, put your body, raise up your hands and use the cute party. And if you went down with us, don't be faking it. Cash rules everything around me, I'll be making it. I'm that beat from Southeast, ain't no shaking. I don't eat no pork, but I bring home the bacon out. Tough to catch and hard to stop. So check out this go-go mix with hip hop. If you love yourself and you don't smoke crack, do this for me, please. Just get that hump in your bag. Yeah, yeah, get that hump in your bag. Oh, make your body move. Get that hump in your bag. Yeah, 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 get that hump in your bag. Make your body move. Now with a whole lot shaking in the front. I can do the man who was shaking in the back. 12 must
respect the king, son, cause that's my sugar, sugar. Say what? Do what? I said shake 'em up, wake 'em up, take 'em up, shake 'em up. Come on. Do what? Where they be? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Come on. Say what? Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Now uptown. Tell New York. Tell Cali. Tell DC. Y'all ready to party? Houston. Can I sing my song? Atlanta. Are y'all ready to party? Miami. Can I sing my song? Now listen. I got that feeling. Yeah. That funky feeling. DJ Cool is in the house and we ready to roll. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got that feeling. Yeah. That funky feeling. DJ Cool is in the house and we ready to roll. Yeah. Oh, can you feel me? I got that feeling. Yeah. That funky feeling. DJ Cool is in the house and we ready to roll. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I got that feeling. Yeah. That funky feeling. DJ Cool is in the house and we ready to roll. Now I'm taking to the old school. Check this out. Now for all of y'all, keeping y'all in here. Just to see you smile and enjoy yourself. Cause I'm cool in the place with the funky type of flow. And once again, I got the whole house going to the beat. Everybody, to the beat. Everybody. Now, this is the flavor that you're missing in the menu. DJ Cool in the house all up in you. As I continue to rock this party, make sure that shit hurt nobody. And if you feeling kinda funky, start jumping. Cause I got the beat that be known to bump. And if you're feeling like I'm feeling, get your hands up. And if you're sitting on that ass, you need to stand up. This ain't no time for y'all.
That's right, that's right. It's your boy Hani Ahmed coming to y'all live from Listen Vision. I am Listen Up DMV Radio. Shout outs to We Act Radio, to Kamon Freeman. Thank you for teaching me the skills that I have right now for me to do what I can do at Listen Vision. Today we got a special show, y'all. My name is Hani Ahmed. We got a special guest here today. We're gonna be talking about weed. About education. We're going to educate y'all about weed, how good weed is, and what y'all should look out for. And also, we got a good friend of mine's, her daughter been missing for 7 years. We want questions. And I want to let them introduce themselves to y'all. So, start with you first.
My name is Steve Squint. I'm a DC native.
And what do you do?
I'm a veteran, and I'm also a graduate from Georgetown University.
Okay. And you, ma'am?
I'm Valencia Harris, the mother of Unique Harris, who's been missing from Washington, D.C. since October the 10th of 2010. On 10/10/10, someone came into her apartment in the middle of the night while my grandsons were asleep, and they took her out of the apartment, and she has not been seen or heard from since.
And you, my brother?
I am Corey Neal of the studio.
And what do you do?
I am the host of RD McLeaves, the cannabis-powered wrestling show.
Okay. So I asked you that question last week, and I know a lot of people that don't know you want to know, did you used to wrestle?
Yeah, back in the day.
And where did you used to wrestle at?
At Shippensburg.
Okay. How many people you put down, man?
I was a little fella back then.
Oh, okay. Most of the little ones usually put them down, though. Yeah. But let's start off with the weed. Yes, I'm just going to let everybody know, if you're not 18 and over, please do not watch this show. This is not for y'all. Y'all need to wait till y'all grow up to smoke. And for the adults, I need y'all to be adults and not let y'all kids watch this show. This is not for the kids today. This is for grown-ups. Yeah. Grown and sexy. So what we're going to be doing basically is, yes, I am smoking weed. I think all of us is. We do have alcohol. I cannot tell you what's the alcohol name because they're not paying me. So today it's called Listen Up Alcohol. Listen Up DMV Alcohol. So if y'all want some Listen Up DMV alcohol, here you go. We got it. But other than that, let's start off with the weed. What kind of weed we have up here today, y'all? Let's start with you.
We have Blue Dream.
So did you grow Blue Dream?
Yeah, it's locally grown.
In DC.
Yep.
So the law for people that is watching this that doesn't live in DC, just to let y'all know, in DC we do have a law that we can grow up to 6 plants.
It varies depending on if you're taking care of others as a caregiver, or you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
So you can have more than 6 plants as long as you
Depending
grow
on
for
licensing.
other people.
That's right.
Depending on the licensing in the city.
Yep.
Okay. So and you grow as well, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what kind of weed do you grow?
All kinds. Right now, I got Incredible Ball growing, Grape Ape, Ken's Kush. I mean, probably like 10 different strains.
So what's your best strain so far right now?
Last year, you mean like right now, or like
Period.
what? Well, my Grape Ape got second in the cup last year. Actually, this year, not last year. It's not.
And what's that?
18 yet. Grape Ape. It's an indica.
Okay. And you?
Blue Dream is pretty much a standard for me, but this harvest, which is all hydroponic and indoor, will be varied of sativas, indicas, and then hybrids.
So let's explain to the folks that don't know and really don't know the weed laws for DC. So I see a lot of young folks, especially, they are walking down the street smoking weed, thinking it's legit. Is that legit? I thought it wasn't.
It's
Not in public.
It's not in public.
Right.
And then with respect to the social contracts of the condition of the situation, an officer might be ethical to not arrest someone for such a simple infraction.
Now I think
of
it's a
the law.
$25 fine.
Yeah. Or he might give
So-
a fine or not.
So they might give you a $25 fine.
Yeah, exactly. It depends on how bad the cops feel. that day, I guess.
But you cannot smoke walking down the street, y'all. Let's be real about it. Y'all think because they passed the weed law in DC, y'all can do whatever y'all want with this weed law. It's still rules and regulations. And if y'all don't abide by the rules and regulations, guess what they're going to end up doing? They're going to make it hard for us.
And there's also the issue of smoking on federal property, because half,
Yeah,
a
it's-
good
I
portion
think
of
everything in DC is like somewhere you walk or there's something
Right.
like that, isn't
Depends
it?
on which side of the street you're on.
You could
exactly.
sneeze or blow smoke on federal property and be on public
Also,
property.
Fines doubled and everything. Like it
Can we
goes
do a
crazy.
research real quick? Somebody about park police.
The park police can literally arrest you.
Now,
for smoking.
what I understand is somebody told me, and I don't know how true this is. The trees that you see outside are really technically are under park police.
I thought it all depended on the part of the jurisdiction you're in.
So
Not
that's
that-
the thing that we need to understand, because a lot of us young folks, and I'm 32 years old, so and I'm gonna put me into young folks as well, because I say 35 and under, sometimes we do dumb shit. So at the end of the day, we need to learn, and it's not too late for us to learn anything. Not even for the older folks. Sometimes they don't know everything. And I always use a frame that's called big elephant, little elephant. The older folks are big elephants. We the little elephants. Sometimes we got to listen. We got to pay attention. And a lot of times for y'all young females, and it goes for y'all young males too. Do y'all understand when y'all go out clubbing or go to these other clubs, y'all put y'all little cups down with y'all drinks, they slip stuff in y'all drinks. And that's how y'all get kidnapped. What they call them, y'all? Mickeys and roofies and
yeah.
That's what I used
the
to
green, the G, and what else they call them? Basically, whatever it is, they put it in your drink.
Spiked.
They spike the drink up.
They use Visine too.
They use what? Visine? Oh, wow.
I'll be.
So basically what I'm telling y'all is, young folks, y'all need to really wake up, because at the end of the day, that's how y'all
Guard
get kidnapped.
yourself.
That's how y'all get raped. That's how y'all get punished or whatever. People set you up.
Don't go out alone.
And at the end of the day, the best thing that I see in history that no accidents really happen is smoking weed.
Yep.
Now, if you do it the right way, smoking weed, no accidents happen.
You got to have
Now-
a bail phone.
Now, I have heard stories about young folks eating, what is it, brownies?
Yep.
And instead of eating half of a brownie, they eat a whole brownie. So what they end up doing is having a little seizure.
Panic attack.
Or their heart goes so fast they end up falling backwards. I seen it happen last year. I'm not going to say where, but it happened. Luckily, I was around. I stopped and helped the young person. But we got to be mindful of what we do and how we do it, because anything too much will get you knocked out.
Yeah. Medicate responsibly.
And who you do it around. And let me tell you something. And I'm gonna say this because we also gonna be talking about messing people, and we're gonna talk about messing people general as well. And a lot of times people get killed. A lot of y'all young folks getting killed, or a lot of y'all young folks just getting disappeared. It's basically your friends around you,
Yep.
your own friends, or somebody around you being your friend ain't your friend, Slum. You know, a lot of people always used to say to me, they used to always see me on a bicycle or walking, or I'm always by myself. I'd rather be a loner than being with a whole crowd, because guess what? At the end of the day, somebody's going to get locked up. Somebody's going to get hurt. You're going to have to fight. Now, don't get me wrong. If I see somebody on the street and they need some help, oh, I'm going to get in it. That's me. But I'd rather do it like that than just being around a crowd. And y'all need to learn that too. Sometimes being by yourself is not a bad thing at all. But let me ask y'all a question. I have scoliosis. I have muscle spasms, and I might have seizures once in a while. What's the best weed that I can actually get?
I would say an indica.
Indica?
Some kind of indica heavy hybrid, something to, help soothe those muscles down a little bit.
I mean, with all the new scientific research they're doing specifically for the brain and CBD and the central nervous system, and how CBD
Binds to receptors.
nanoscopic molecular makeup can fight a variety of things. My grandfather was a doctor, and in the 1930s, you could give cannabis as a multi-use drug.
Yep.
And that was before prohibition on cannabis. That was when alcohol was illegal and cannabis was legal. And then they switched it.
So hold on. Let's I'm glad you mentioned that, which I knew about that too. So let's explain to the people that don't know. So you telling me alcohol, you couldn't even have alcohol at one point.
At one point.
So basically it was the same way they did the weed.
Right.
So now it's the same. Now it's different. They brought the weed out, and they doing the same routine that they doing with the alcohol, basically. So do anybody know what the government placed for the weed since they passed the law for weed? You know? Yeah. So now they locking people up for that Scooby, that fake weed.
Oh, for K2 and
That
stuff.
K2 and all that.
That's because that stuff's just
So-
a whole bunch of shit mixed together. There's
That-
nothing good in that stuff.
So that's why I want to talk y'all. That's why I brought y'all in as well,
It makes you
because
relax,
at the
like,
end of
people
the
just
day,
freak.
this is you got to understand. Nothing comes in our city without the government permission. Period. They know what comes in. They know what comes in their own hometown. So what I'm telling y'all is, if it's coke coming in D.C., they know about it. If it's weed coming in D.C., they know about it. They know about everything that comes in here. They're not stupid.
Yep.
So what I'm saying to y'all is, it's kind of funny though. What is it? Scooby drops, 2K, whatever that
There's
fake
a whole
weed
bunch of
is
them.
that y'all smoking now because y'all think it's making y'all pass y'all urine.
Synthetic marijuana, they call it.
Right.
I heard something spice.
Right.
Spice is another one. Yeah.
So that's another one.
Another one.
Yeah, they got like over 100. They got like
there's
over
a shitload
100 of them
names.
now.
Yep. Yep.
So basically, what they did is the government basically said we gonna pass the weed law, But what are we going to do to keep making money? Because we made money off of what? Locking up folks up with weed.
Privatized government.
Jay,
Institutional
like
system.
it was a lot of lockups when I was a little kid for a J. I was one of them who got locked up many times for a joint.
Yep.
So what I'm saying to y'all is, it's kind of funny though. Right around when they passed that law, that crazy stuff started coming in these stores. They were selling them as incense, and then everybody was buying it. It wasn't only black folks that was buying it. It was white folks.
Everybody.
It was Spanish folks, Chinese folks. A lot of people was actually smoking that stuff all over. It been going to state slowly, but it got to every state just about.
Yeah.
And everybody been smoking it, thinking it's all cool to smoke this shit because it passed your urine, but the whole time it was killing us, putting us 6 feet under, making us crazy, making y'all take medication. And that's how they do it. That's how if you look at a lot of these movies about how they brought cocaine in the district or in the United States, a lot of those movies are telling y'all a real story.
Yeah.
There's no bullshit about that shit. And that's how they brought that shit, and that's how they did it. They brought it in the stores, and they let us smoke the shit and kill ourselves. Then they passed the law saying if they catch you smoking it, they locking you up. Same thing as weed back in the day.
But we still got K2 parks in the city.
Oh yeah, big time.
And they put benches in them bitches.
Oh yeah.
Instead of letting them open and getting everybody out of there, they put benches in them so they can hang out and sit there and smoke it all day.
Well, now you talking about over there by 8th Street?
Yeah.
Have you seen 8th Street lately?
They changed all that around over there.
Oh man, you can't even sit on the bench over there no more.
No, you. It's even worse.
What's up, Tat?
It's worse than that. Before 9/11, I worked as a bike messenger. I said I'm a veteran. I was a reservist. Where the bike messengers downtown would hang out would either be across the White House by Farragut, or they would go to DuPont Circle and hang out.
Yeah.
DuPont Circle's all spice control.
Oh yeah, it's pretty nasty.
And that
there.
is supposed to be a nice, affluent area where embassies are and all that. So
it's funny where these little spots
what you're saying for the last 20 minutes, and what you're getting ready to say, this stuff is in multi-million-dollar neighborhoods, where people used to sell cannabis on park police regulated property. It's switched to spice completely.
So basically what we're saying to y'all is y'all need to stop being stupid, stop smoking that crazy stuff, and start smoking this.
Yeah, sitting there getting
Start smoking this, smoking the good weed,
Yep.
the real stuff.
the natural substance. that
Real
God
natural.
intended for you to use. Your brain was wired to smoke cannabis.
And then be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. When I used to smoke weed, I used to actually be focused when I used to go to school.
Yep. If they
I'm
would have
be
gave
honest
me
with
weed
you.
when I was in school, I think I probably would have went and got my PhD. But
Seriously?
I think so. I'm certain I would have, but because they didn't give me the right medications, I went on a whole nother tangent path that wasn't good. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
Hey Slim, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all a little story about when I was young. I used to go to Kennedy Institute, and I used to be a private school up there by Brooklyn Station and Fort Totten. And I used to be one of those kids. You know how they used to say the quiet kid or the quiet person you gotta watch out for.
Yeah.
I understood what they meant by that one day. Man, one day the kids picked on me. I got tired of
The
it.
line comes out.
I went off. I blacked out. Grabbed the knife from the kitchen.
Yep.
They looked at that as I was crazy.
Yep.
Not looking at I got tired of these people keep picking on me and keep hitting me, that I had to defend myself to let them understand that I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah.
So what I end up doing is taking the kitchen knife out. I wasn't going to stab nobody,
But you had to show them.
but I had to, show that I was a little crazy. But that little crazy ended up putting me in the hospital. They tied me up and took me to a hospital and gave me 10 pills.
Yep.
because they didn't know what was wrong with
And
me.
then you was probably doing the Thorazine shuffle.
So I was zombed the fuck out.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And my family member loved them to death. They was trying to figure, was this normal for me? Do I need this? Or do I need to not be on it? They didn't know either, but they know I needed some help. So what I'm saying to y'all is, instead of y'all going off, y'all need to talk to y'all parents, talk to y'all doctors.
Yep.
They do have weed license
Yep.
in D.C. that you can get a weed license,
And
go
in
back.
Maryland.
Huh?
And in Maryland.
Oh, they got him in
We
Maryland
have 'em
now?
in Maryland. You can get your card in Maryland now. There's no dispensaries in place yet, but you can get your card so that you are legally ept and the cops cannot screw with you at all.
So is Maryland the same in D.C.? All you gotta do is get a doctor letter, and then once you get that
Yeah.
passed, then
Yeah.
you go to the license place, go get the picture from the
You
government.
can either go to like a Canacare doc kind of place and get the recommendation card that way and actually pay the money, or you can just go online and do it yourself and go through the whole process on your own.
And so it's just to let y'all know, you cannot get a weed license because you're crazy.
No.
You gotta have a certain reason, and some of the reasons I'm
You
gonna
have
tell
to be
you.
diagnosed anyway.
Right, and some of the diagnose is back problems, eye problems. You got something wrong with your heart. If you have
Blood
HIV,
pressure.
AIDS, what else?
Blood
Anybody
pressure,
else?
Blood pressure.
Blood pressure.
Glaucoma.
What he just said.
Glaucoma.
Muscle spasms. Anybody else? Any other
Cancer.
cancer?
It's such a wide array.
So
it's not even.
you have to know your history. You need to know the laws and regulations so you can get that license. And it doesn't cost that much. It's like $300, I believe.
Not even.
PTSD.
Oh,
Not
they
even
turned it
300,
down?
No. If you're a vet, you
PTSD.
get it for free.
The post-traumatic stress
PTSD.
disorder.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
what
he
we-
just said.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
That's what I suffer from.
Yep.
PTSD. Yeah.
And trust me, a lot of times, me smoking and for them to just say what they just said, they can say what their problem is. I have to smoke weed to keep me calm.
Yep.
I have to smoke weed to keep my back
Pain management.
Exactly.
pain out of, like, I can get the worst pain, muscle spasms. I haven't had muscle spasms for 3 years
Nope.
since I've been smoking weed,
Yep.
like how I smoke weed now.
I wouldn't be walking if not for cannabis.
So,
Like,
so
so-
it's 4 reasons why you smoke weed when you need to smoke weed. So tell them about your situation and why you smoke it for, because a lot of people might not know what the situation is.
I was a 2001 9/11 first responder. And right after that, I volunteered for the United States Army Special Forces and went overseas. And had a traumatic eye injury and lost the use of my right eye. So rather than dealing with the Veterans Administration, which has been given raw deals to many veterans coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan,
Ridiculous.
I have to self-medicate, and for years I self-medicated.
Yeah.
Got arrested for self-medicating, and now I'm able to grow my own home, and I have the ability to go from being homeless to going to Georgetown University, growing the stuff properly, and living a life
That's right.
that I've always wanted to live. 18 Delta. Is 18 Delta was is a Special Forces medic was my slot,
Yeah, he's a.
but I had a 11 Bravo infantry MOS. So I worked on an ODA, Operation Detachment Alpha, and did A-team work with Special Forces overseas, as their LNO. It was fucking amazing work. Excuse my cursing.
Completely uncensored.
But yeah, 18 and over. But to be invited on the show is a complete honor. If as being a veteran, and a gentleman to my left who's hosting the show. This is probably the most beautiful thing that has happened to me in terms of letting me explain a social contract, not by way of media, because media censors the stuff.
Yeah.
Media censors, this stuff.
Yeah.
Media censors my medication for people in the African American community, such as where we are today. Media censors stories like this.
Yep.
I got a brother who died. Media censors gentleman all the way on the far left with respect to, his traumatic injuries from wrestling. Imagine if you're working for the NFL, I respect everyone taking a knee, but I also respect that they should be taking a knee for traumatic brain injury and not something that ain't happening during the time of Francis Scott Key. Fuck Francis Scott Key. This ain't his time period. He's dead and bags and he's just a bag of bones right now. The most important thing is just being here.
Yep.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Definitely.
I really didn't know you was in the military, and I actually want you to come back so we can talk about that
Thank you
more.
so much.
'Cause that's another topic that our kids and adults really need to hear, because there's a lot of people that's in the military that are homeless, and they're not homeless because they want to. They homeless because they are putting their foot down. They're not going to just take anything from the government. And that's why you see a lot of them down by the White House sleeping in these tents for years. That
No,
too.
They don't want to do
Governments don't even, they'll throw you after you do your time, then you done.
anything. That's what they did to me every time.
And how long you been in the military for? Can we put the camera on him real quick?
Wow, all these military men's in here.
We got to put the camera on my man real quick so we can get him to talk real quick too.
They told me I could either stay in a homeless shelter in the southeast, or I could go to Georgetown and be homeless. Georgetown University and be homeless. Home with the Hoyas.
It's great options they give us in there.
I could either, and when I got to Georgetown University, there was a homeless student who was just came back from Iraq, was in the reserves, was a September 11th, 2001 first responder living in his van on 37th Street and O.
Insane.
Come sit here for a second.
Probably catching parking tickets like crazy.
You got it?
Mic check. One,
Hey,
two.
so tell while you on the mic, tell people your name real quick.
My name is Davey Fresh. I'm a recording artist from Washington D.C.
And
I'm also a veteran.
And how long you been in the military for, and what branch?
I was in the Army for 3 years. 42 Alpha. Cool. Yeah.
Are you in the military too, Top?
He's in the military.
Are you in the damn? We got a lot of military folks in the building.
Cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was stationed at Fort Jackson, and then I was stationed at Camp Casey in South Korea for like 2 years. So yeah.
So when you came,
South Carolina, yes, sir.
Busan?
For sure.
so how long you been in the military for?
I was in the military for 9 years.
Hey, can you give him the mic so they can hear him?
I was in the military for 9 years. I served a tour in Vietnam as well as Germany.
Jesus Christ.
Team Unique Harris.
Thank you for your service.
And you, Tap?
I was in the Army for 14 and a half years.
Yeah, so he was
Wow.
And it was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life.
getting
Getting
out
out,
was.
yeah, you're
Not
right.
retiring from there.
4
Yeah.
years left to go. And I
Yep.
got out.
Yep.
I kept going, but they transferred our position into, they made them civilian positions. So they gave me an option to take
Tap, so they can see you.
They gave me the option to take a civilian job, which paid more money. So I went ahead and did that. But you don't realize, many times you don't realize the mistakes you made until later in life.
Yep.
Amen.
What are you guys both, McAfee?
Hindsight.
McAfee?
Backfeet, what's that?
You guys were doing training over. What were you guys doing?
Well, I was a photographer in the military.
Combat
Man,
photographer.
Tap, everything photographer. Nobody can do it like Tap.
You don't never see him without that camera. Yeah.
So let me ask you. So when y'all got, what y'all basically telling the young folks, and I can't believe I'm saying this right now while we out here smoking, but it's when y'all get in, sometimes it's hard for them to get some stuff after they get out of the military, like housing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't know nothing about the military. You talking about a young black man who just wanted to get out of his mother's crib, so he ain't have no options. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I wanted to get out of my mother's
I think a
crib.
lot of young folks do that.
You know what I mean? I use the military.
Do you
for
feel
what
like
they
that,
offer.
stud?
Yeah. I use it for what they offer for school and health benefits. When I got out, just did
So,
my
so
time
let me
and
ask
got
you a
out.
question.
It's a
Do
job,
they
man.
really
It's a
give
job.
y'all?
Exactly.
Do they really give y'all a lump sum of money and get
get
y'all?
paid.
You get
and
a
they get
signing
y'all in
bonus,
school.
yeah.
And then I spent 2 years overseas, so that's like, what's that? Overseas pay, all that cola pay, and all that extra pay you get. Yeah, you get paid overseas.
So it is a benefit to be in the military as well.
Like I always tell the young brothers from my neighborhood, I be like, if you're gonna take that route, make sure you get something out of it, cause they going for damn sure get something out of you for it.
Oh, guaranteed. That's the point. That's their whole point.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah.
Okay.
I think the military is an excellent opportunity for
Yeah.
young people because it gives you an opportunity to see people from all different walks of life. Now I'm old school. I can't, the first time I really encountered a lot of white people was when I went into the military. And I had perceived perceptions about the way they were, and they had perceptions about the way we were.
Yeah.
No, I'm from Atlanta. But the thing about it is, once you get in, you learn that dependence upon each other.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter where you come from.
Exactly.
It doesn't
family,
matter
no
what
matter
your
what.
race is. You learn to be tolerant of people.
Yep.
And people that don't get an opportunity to go into the military, I think they're really missing out on a lot.
Oh yeah.
I totally agree with everything you just said. That was like you get like a brotherhood once you like everybody just said they was in the army. We like everybody embraces the culture when you get in there. I totally agree with that. I just like I said, I just think you should get something out of it too. It's should be beneficial for you,
So-
but you do get to see a whole nother world.
Let me
that you
let me
never knew
let me
was
ask
there.
y'all a question. Since 1, 2, 3, 4 y'all in the military,
For sure.
do y'all think the military should consider marijuana for some of the guys and the
Absolutely.
sisters
It
that's
should
in there
already
that
been
has
in
got
place.
problems?
Absolutely, I think the marijuana should be the least thing they should be.
They would stop the
detesting
suicides.
people for at 4 a.m. for.
Here's the
So how much about suicides do we have in the military?
20
we can't give a
22.
22 a day.
A day. Yeah.
22
Whoa.
a day.
Dang, I knew that shit like hearts.
Oh.
Yeah. What else y'all know that we
When you
we
feel
got
that
people
feeling
now?
like that all the time, like you understand that. Like that PTSD just somehow drains you of any wanting to live. So
So let me ask you a question. Is it a lot of what they call it when they roll out?
Deploy.
No, it's another word they use. When they disappear or don't come back. AWOL.
Yeah.
How many AWOLs we have about?
Most of them are in school when they go to boot camp.
Yeah.
And that's
They
when
walk-
they do the
The
AWOL.
hardest time.
Volunteer washout.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Well, not necessarily, because it depends on your situation.
Yeah.
You have situations at home.
That's what I be thinking
And,
too. Like
you know,
you late for a plane or
commanders, they
Yeah.
won't let you go because
a whole bunch
in
of
the
shit.
military, they said the mission is first.
Yeah.
That means the mission comes before your mother,
Yeah,
your wife, your sister,
all
your
that.
brother. But some people, they have a close
Yeah, that's
connection
too
with
much
their
for you.
family. and
That's
they
why I
wanna
ain't
go to
never
their
been
family.
no
They're
military
gonna go even if
material.
it's gonna be AWOL.
Yeah.
Exactly
And
why I ain't
sometimes
never
people just
been no
have
military
situations
material.
that going
Yeah.
through things in
Nothing
their
coming
life,
from my mom.
and it causes them not to be as good of a soldier as they should be.
Yeah.
Oh, my daddy.
You know,
That's what stopped me from being a soldier.
What was your ranking, sir?
Huh?
What was your ranking?
What was my rank?
Yeah.
Sergeant Major.
No, SSG.
Oh,
Staff
staff
sergeant.
sergeant. And you, sir?
I was a spec 5.
Spec. Okay. I was a specialist, so almost made it to sergeant. I was sergeant promotable, but I did my term and got
And
out.
what were you?
I was a E4 with sergeant duties.
Okay, yeah,
Corporal.
exactly. So specialist with
Corporal.
Oh, they gave you the
want
corporal.
some?
They wouldn't even try and give me the corporal badge, but I was basically a corporal.
You was in the military too, right?
No.
Okay.
I went to MEPS, but I was on drugs at the time. So
Okay.
my whole, I had a bunch of home shit going on, and that stopped me. If I'd have been a soldier, I'd have probably been a better person.
Word.
I wish I would have, because then the PTSD that I do have wouldn't be here. I may still have it, but I wouldn't have it to the degree I do.
So do you think if they passed the weed law back then, it would have been much better for you?
Oh yeah, that's what fucked me up was the fact that they didn't allow weed.
Veterans should be
and I
getting
was on
weed, not
drugs.
pills.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you think instead of taking pills, you think they should just give them weed?
Veterans should be
Definitely.
taking weed, not
Definitely.
pills.
Tab, I see your mouth wide open.
For
Why?
certain stuff.
Why?
For certain stuff. For
It
certain
depends
stuff.
on the
Certain
situation.
stuff.
You don't want to go in.
No, no,
I'm
no,
a
no,
vet.
no.
I'm a vet.
But you don't some people don't get
Not
high
while they're
like me.
working,
I don't
though.
get high. I smoke all day and I don't get high. When I do smoke, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a sec. Wait a sec.
Job, if you have a job.
Hold on. Wait.
I said veterans. I didn't say.
Where did you take pictures at? You were in for 14 years.
Yeah, I did. I've been all over the world.
Did you ever cover ODA?
No.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Did you ever go to a briefing?
No.
You took photographs, never briefed.
During the time I was in the military, PTSD was not something that they were.
Here's my
No.
point. Here's my point.
We just know people have
Here's my
problems.
here's my point. You ever hear about people having to take drugs to stay awake? When
I've heard about that, yes.
okay. No, that's speed.
Methamphetamine salts is exactly what.
That's ephedrine.
Yep.
That's speed.
So wait a minute. So y'all saying out the military they do a lot of speed?
Some people.
We pop Adderall to stay
That's
up
what I was
for
about to
CQ
say.
duty.
Adderall is what big one.
I used to do it all the
Okay,
time.
if you're
I
gonna,
pop
if,
Adderall
if
to
you're
stay
on,
up
if
for
you,
CQ.
wait a second, if you're under attack by the Taliban for 3 days straight, how you?
Adderall don't make
Thank you. That's all I want to hear somebody
saying?
say. Like I'm over here waiting for somebody.
That should make you alert.
If nobody is gonna, if nobody is gonna, if nobody
But,
is
no,
gonna,
but that's the truth though.
Everybody
Matter of fact,
in
say,
your
hey, matter of
military.
fact, hey, give him the mic real quick. Give him the mic real quick. Take the mic real quick. Say what you just said.
If we in a life or death situation, I don't want nobody tweaking beside me. I
right.
don't care what you off. I need you clear and conscious because you need to shoot.
that's right.
So do you think? So my question is,
Depends on
do
the
you
situation
think?
is what I would say.
And you do a weed show. So this is my question to you. Do you? Matter of fact, get by the camera so they can see who you are. Matter of fact, tell people who you are on your show.
Oh, I'm Izzy Miyagi. I'm from Babin on the set. Izzy Miyagi, Babin on the set. We up next at 8 o'clock.
So go a little bit closer to them so they can see you on the show. Yeah. All right. So you do a weed show, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let me ask you a question. Do you rather have the military to smoke weed or what you just heard?
Weed.
There you go.
All right.
It's never been a thing that I couldn't do whilst I was on weed. I can completely function. I don't care how much weed I ingest.
Yeah.
I can completely function.
So this is another question. Do you think the military should pass the weed laws in the military instead of
I
the
mean, I do,
pills?
but I also feel like it should be regulations.
It should
should
be
be what?
It should be
situational.
regulated. I feel like they should pass a law, but
Well, I
it should be
mean, they're
regulated.
regulating the
Obviously,
weed
yeah.
law in D.C. now. So, I mean, everywhere it's going to have to be regulated. But what I'm asking is, and I write minds, and you about my age. So that what I'm saying is, a lot of our age rank, it's a lot of us on pills, been in crazy hospitals and shit, or Molly's or E-pills. So what I'm saying to you is, do you rather us to be on the weed term or keep doing that crazy shit? And a lot of people right now, and even these young folks, they thinking Molly's is the thing right now, and they're not getting what it's doing to their brains.
That ain't even pure Molly, I can tell you.
It is.
No, Molly can go both ways.
It can go both ways, but it is 99%. It is an upper.
Exactly. Your chemistry and all that. Yep.
I think the thing that we're forgetting to think about is that everybody handles a certain drug differently.
That's right. That's right.
Some people may be responsible. They may can smoke some weed and go out. I'm not one of them.
But Tap,
And it takes me. Wait. Let me say this.
did you even ever heard a report about weed accidents?
No, but let me tell you something.
You answered my question
Well, yeah,
there.
But let me tell you something. There are weed accidents. They just aren't as.
Please
much as
tell
alcohol.
me where.
The thing.
What you heard of a weed accident,
Let me
man?
say this. I was high, and I hate to tell it. If my mother saw this, she'd kill me. I was high and driving and almost had an accident. And I thought I just had a little bit of weed.
Well, you're having a good time.
So I don't do it anymore because I know there's other people out there that think they can do it and they're going to do it, so I don't do it anymore. because I gotta watch out for those.
I
that
can't
think
argue
they
with him. I can't argue with him.
Yeah. If you're not really any kind of a hardcore medical user, it is a whole situational thing. Like you
It's
have to
kinda-
really.
As far as like the military with people doing drugs and everything, like if you weren't really in it to see it, you really wouldn't know that type of feeling. Like I know alcoholics in the army that can
Exactly.
outrun every single person in this room
Yep.
on
Exactly.
any given day.
I know some alcoholics. That's how they
On
can
any
function.
given day, smoke more cigarettes than anybody in this room and outrun you any given day.
All day long.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's
Because
like
they're
you
conditioned
gotta
to do
be
it.
in that mind
Muscle
state to
memory.
really, you know,
So
what I mean, to live.
also, we're gonna have to get off the subject a little bit, and we need to talk about missing people real quick. You know, this is very important.
Yeah, we gotta find answers for this stuff.
Me and this young lady been talking on the phone for about what, 2 months now?
Yeah.
About 2 months at least. And this started when We Act Radio got broken into, and all our equipment basically got stolen. So we couldn't do no show, and she was real nice enough to still call me and fill me in what's going on. I really wanted to be a part of the mayor thing that she actually had a meeting with. Did that went through? The mayor. So she did have a meeting with the mayor. I wanted to be there. I'm not going to be able to be at a lot of her events, but I'm going to be at most of her events live on Facebook as well. Because this is important. It's not only about her daughter. It's about some of y'all young girls out here that's thinking y'all fast. And y'all need to learn from her. And y'all need to learn what she's going through as a mother. You know, because it's painful when you have somebody that's missing. And it's my man at the engineer. Well, when he gets back, we'll have him zone into this. But let's introduce yourself again, and let's talk about your daughter real quick.
I am Valencia Harris, and I'm the mother of Unique Harris, who was taken from her apartment on Hartford Street in Southeast DC on October the 10th, 2010. 10. Apparently someone came into her apartment sometime between the hours of 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. and took her out while my two grandsons and my great niece were asleep, and we have not seen or heard from her since.
So let me ask you a question. Her kids was in them houses, right?
Yes, and a great niece of mine.
And they was asleep.
Yes.
And nobody in the neighborhood, nobody is not saying nothing. They ain't hear nothing. No nosy neighbors seen nothing.
If it is, I just was over there as recently as I believe it was like this past Sunday, doing another prayer vigil for her, and we were very visible out there. And there were, quite a few people in that neighborhood that did see us, and we got to, distribute Unique's flyers and have prayer and so forth.
Can you zoom into one of the flyers real quick? Can we get one of the big flyers? If we can get cover the big flyers real quick. But this is very important, y'all. This is a young lady with kids. They've been missing for 7 years. No answers, no questions, no nothing. Nobody knows what's really going on. And especially her mother, she needs to know peace. She needs to know what's really going on. So if y'all know anything, and if y'all scared to call the police, man, call me. 202-812-1919. That's my cell phone number.
This ain't snitching. This
And what's
is
your
not
number?
Snitching.
Mine is 202-664-3173.
This is important.
Yep.
This is serious. And this is serious for y'all young folks to understand.
This has been a cold case for 7 years, so this needs to be answered.
Hey, can we get one of the big flyers if y'all can find the big flyers?
I think I have them over there.
Over there on the seats.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. How many detectives been on this case?
In 7 years, we're at our 7th detective. Actually, Unique's case is being worked simultaneous now by 2 detectives.
And is this because y'all doing what y'all doing? What I've been seeing y'all on Facebook. Y'all been doing Facebook Live. Y'all been knocking on people's doors.
Live now. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Unique supporters. I love y'all.
So
Prayer
let me
warriors,
let me
you all.
let me ask you a question. How many supporters you have right now?
Supporters. If I wanted to do a count as far as my own personal tally, it would be definitely over 1 million people that has viewed and know
been
of
shared
Unique's
too.
story. Yeah, and the sharing it part is, a thing that I want to stress, because a lot of people, they'll take and push one button, that like button, but sharing is caring. I mean, and that's how I think Unique's case has gotten the attention that it has, is because of, the team that's behind Unique. I've been pushing this from day one, and along the way, she's, gotten a whole lot more foot soldiers and followers and supporters. And, I say all the time, without their prayers and their, good wishes and well wishes for me and my family, I don't know where I would be right now. Prayer is powerful.
Yeah.
And, it's definitely power of prayer that still has me here, even being able to represent her, in, some arenas that, are really possibly helpful. That's why, pretty much, any media of attention that I can get Unique, I try to do my best. And like I said, with the team around her, with all her prayer warriors, her supporters, her followers, I just once again want to let you all know how much I appreciate you. I want to let you guys know that, we still fighting for Unique. I'm going to continue to fight for Unique. I'm feeling stronger than ever right now. As a matter of fact, we've even, we opened this whole Team Unique thing up to, other teams, Relisha Rudd's family, and Relisha Rudd case, Marty McMillan's case, Christian Muse's case. This is a very, very large issue that, needs to be addressed. And I, when it comes to this, whether it's Unique's case, which is always paramount to me because she's my daughter, I like to be able to spread this information, because a lot of people don't even have this information, because they're not seeing it in mainstream
So
media.
let me ask you a question. I wouldn't even get to even talk to you if it wasn't for my brother.
Yes, Mr. Henderson Long.
How did you meet him?
I met Henderson Long probably about 2 years ago, I want to say. And we've had, a rocky, up and down, pretty much, turbulent relationship at times. But the one thing that I must say about him is, even when we were going through our turbulent times, he was still out here, pushing Unique when I didn't even know he was pushing Unique. I had to find out afterward, but it's a lot of, things that's involved in, me searching for my daughter. I mean, I got people trying to, suck off of my daughter, for their own benefit and gain, and, those types of things are taxing when I'm already, have the burden of trying to find my child. I mean, I've been going 7 years strong. I started this, I'm glad I got to, be involved with this panel, because traumatic brain injury, that like rang a bell with me.
Yeah.
I fell a couple of years ago and got a traumatic brain injury. So, and a concussion on top of that. So,
You need to go get your
You're
license.
never the same.
You got your license?
You're never the
You
same.
got your weed license? I need to
No,
holler at
I
you.
don't.
Hey, boo. What's up, boo?
No, I don't. But, and you all have touched on a couple of topics, even down to, the children, our children being medicated now. That's starting a pattern that, sometimes, when they get older, they can't even break because it was started prior.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes you have instances where, it's necessary. You know what I'm saying? I'm on
Yeah,
both sides of the
it's
spectrum.
all-
I
it's
have
all
children,
depending.
grandchildren, a wonderful, family and team that's behind me, that's been supporting me this whole 7 years. And, I'm just so grateful and thankful that I can still, stay out here and, represent my daughter in, as best way as I know how. I mean, because when somebody actually comes into your child's home and just snatch them away from you, and Unique only lived like less than 5 minutes away from me. And we also got to keep in mind that, this apartment that she was taken from, she only lived in an apartment for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, how many, people that we run into,
So
that,
they don't even
know.
did they answer questions about who lived there before?
Yes, that's something that had to be addressed. I've had to address issues as far as the realty company that was in place at the time, because since Unique's abduction, we got to think it's 7 years. It's been more than one realty company in control of that property. You know what I'm saying? The first company, they were threatening to sue me because we were putting flyers under people's doors, you know, and things like that. So, you know, it's a struggle every day, and that's why, you know, everybody that, you know, is showing love and support. And
What 100 block was that?
2412 Hartford Street.
So this is what I'm gonna say, and let's keep it in reality. I know somebody knows something. I know somebody heard something, seen something.
Somebody knows.
Even a fight. If y'all heard a fight through her door or something, that's a good hint for us to understand what happened.
Yeah.
But if y'all keeping y'all mouths closed, you know, think about y'all kids. Think about y'all daughters. Think about y'all sons.
What if this was your daughter? What if this was your mother?
Or your grandbaby?
Yeah.
Let's be real about it. Let's be unique about it. Because you know what? I don't care what people say. Somebody is always watching.
Always.
Always. No matter what you go through, especially the hood.
Oh, my.
Somebody grandmother was out
Somebody
that
peeping
window,
out that window
was
somewhere.
watching.
You damn sure.
Well,
And
from what I understand, this night that Unique's abduction took place, there was some type of function in the neighborhood, you know, that went, you know, into the wee hours of the morning anyway. So that's
but-
another piece to this.
But then isn't it that whole 3 or 4 block area is like always live?
Good, pretty much. So
Like, isn't that the live spot?
we all seeing the
So-
same thing at the same time. Wow.
Like every day is live, right?
Like a block and a half, and then the fire station. The fire station is directly facing her building.
So nobody seen nothing though.
I mean,
The cameras at the
You know
fire
there's
station
cameras
didn't
there,
see
yeah.
nothing.
The
about to
cameras
say.
were not operable at the time, from what I've been told.
Come on now.
That sounds a little fishy to me. But hold on though, that sounds fishy. You know, every
That's a good
government,
question.
but you know what? Hold on though. Let's keep it real though. Every government camera works.
Yeah.
No, they work.
Yeah.
Because guess what? That's how they catch the gun
somebody's watching them all the
shootings.
time.
That's how they catch the cars going speed fast. That's how they help their cases.
Yeah.
But I bet you if they was looking for somebody to lock their asses up,
They done found their
I bet
ass
you they have all kind of videos.
quick.
So that's kind of strange, you know, that all of a sudden they say that cameras don't work. To me, that's odd.
Yeah.
You know, I could be wrong,
Real.
but that's real odd for government, especially in D.C.
Yeah.
Come on, man, we right down the street from the
in
White
this
House.
city, somebody's always watching.
You gotta look at how D.C. is built as a circle. Like you remember when the 9/11 came down? We damn near felt it.
Yeah.
I don't care where you was at, you felt the shake. So it's like a right around a circle, right around the corner from each other. So what I'm saying to you is some camera saw a van, a car, saw something.
Somebody had to see something.
Because here's the thing, like I said, beginning of the show, and throughout the show, I was a September 11, 2001 first responder. Her daughter was abducted after 9/11. You know how many cameras were installed after 9/11?
Yeah.
Exactly, and everything else.
Millions.
That is the big Homeland Security and Homeland Security-like devices, such as cameras, are the biggest industrial ways to defend you, me, him. If you're the police, to collect information for intelligence, counterintelligence, whatever.
That's what I thought. The purpose
There's a
of the cameras
It's
across the
100%.
there is a
That's
camera.
that's what I assume.
Yeah.
There's a
cameras are for.
camera. There's a camera and a film and a data stick and something like that. Because if there's not, we're not living in 2017.
No. Yep.
So I think we need to actually have somebody investigate that for you.
Wow.
We gonna have to figure out who we need to talk to. What did when you went to the mayor office? How was that?
Well, what I mainly did was asked her about federal resources, because prior to that meeting, I was under the impression that no federal resources would be, let's just say, expended in Unique's case because of the fact that they couldn't prove that she had been moved outside of the District of Columbia. But apparently that was misinformation that I was given in the beginning, and Unique's case is definitely having input as far as federal resources.
Here's the thing. When I was in special,
What I'm being told.
when I was in the special forces, and I did an assessment of the team that was supposed to go out and pick people up, we couldn't move if they left the Tootsie Roll wrapper behind. So somewhere there's a Tootsie Roll wrapper that has been left behind
Yeah.
that needs to, or
Something needs
something,
overturned, yeah.
because if it's scientifically impossible and forensically impossible for it not to exist.
So do you think that the detectives are actually doing what they're supposed to do?
I think at this juncture, with the dual detective situation, I think Unique is, definitely, and not only that, but now, Chief Newsham has, involved himself in Unique's case, and he's been very instrumental as well in Unique's case. See, another thing that a lot of people have to keep in mind, when Unique's case first happened in 2010, Kathy Lanier was in place then. And I say Kathy Lanier's regime was in place then. So now that I have a new chief and, two detectives working on Unique's case simultaneously, I'm feeling a whole lot more positive about, what's being done in her case for sure.
So
And of course, I stay in contact, with them regularly.
what can Listen Up DMV Radio at Listen Vision can do to help you out from now on?
Well, I could go on and on because, like I said, I have grandchildren, Unique's children, are just growing without their mother, and then I have 2 other grandchildren. So, I mean, anything that anybody would be able to do to help me to find my daughter.
What we can
I
do here at
appreciate
Listen
it. We have a
Visions is make
GoFundMe
sure that
account
everybody
that's
knows this.
Yes, that's the main
Like,
reason.
we'll make sure we put these flyers up
That's the
here
main
somewhere
way. That
so
is the
everybody
main
sees
way.
this.
That is the main way.
So this is for everybody that's listening on Facebook, YouTube, whatever. If y'all want a flyer, they have small flyers and they have these big flyers. Y'all can call my number 202-812-1919, and that's my cell phone number. Y'all can call me at 3 in the morning, and I would literally figure a way to give you these flyers. And you can also call her mom.
Yeah, because
And what's your number?
That's one thing. 202-664-3173. We also having a rally. I wanted to get this in really quick. Next Saturday, I will be on Pandora Love's radio station. I think it's Win DC Radio. And then on October the 22nd, which is next Sunday, I believe, we'll be having a rally, No Answers, No Peace. This is a rally that has been formed with, like you said, your boy Henderson Long, Marty McMillan's grandmother, Felicia Cook, and Michael Muse, Christian Muse's dad. And we're hoping and praying that, all of your Relicia Roods family will be able to attend as well. But that's going to be October the 22nd at, I believe, what time? 12. I'm trying to think. It starts at 12, either 11 or 12 it starts. But you can check my social media. I'm on Instagram, Twitter.
What's your handles?
I have an email address, which is harris_VAL627@yahoo.com. That is the link to Unique's PayPal account as well. Unique has a GoFundMe account, the Find Unique Harris Fund. It's several ways that you can get in contact with me. As I said, I'm on Twitter, Harris underscore
Yeah, there you go. What is your
VAL627YA, and I'm on Instagram at Valencia Harris. All these avenues, and I'm working on a YouTube channel now, but I'll get back to y'all on that. I'll get back to y'all on that.
It's a lot of work.
But all those ways, anybody can help. Anybody, if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
These things got to stop happening. I mean, think about it now. Anytime somebody can come into your home and take you out while your children are there, the main blessing in this whole, I guess, lesson for me is that, it could have been worse. Just like, my great niece's mom was telling me the other day, and I thank you for those words of encouragement, Tiffany. We could have been looking for 4 people instead of 1. Because all 4 of them was in Unique's apartment that night. And again, her address was 2112 Hartford Street, Southeast, Washington, D.C. And my phone number directly is 202-664-3173. You can reach out to me. Like I said, I've given you all pretty much all the information I have for right now. So the next show, I'll try to have a little bit more for you all, but I want all of you all to know how much I love and appreciate you all and all your prayers. And without you all, I couldn't do this. Your prayers are really, really working. Prayer is powerful, and the prayers are definitely leading me to Unique. I'm starting to feel it. Somebody's told me that the number 7 is supposed to be completion, or I guess like a full cycle of something, I don't know whether of this magnitude or whatever, but, I don't know about that, but I definitely know that prayer is powerful, and Unique supporters, followers, and, prayer warriors. I couldn't do this without you all. Like I said, please continue to share these stories, not just Unique story. When you see stories like this, especially in our communities, the only way we're going to stop this is if all of us unify. We have to go back to the village.
Also, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to stop calling snitching. Y'all need to know what the definition of snitching means. Snitching is for drugs. When you snitching to the police about somebody that's hustling on the block. Your grandmother is calling the police on somebody on the block. That's snitching.
Or even worse, you was hustling and then you decided to tell on your homie so you'll get lesser time.
Exactly.
That's what a snitch is.
Yeah, that's snitching. But
not snitching
telling
to tell somebody's mother where their daughter is.
Or somebody got shot on the block. Y'all need to stop. Y'all need to grow up. And y'all need to stop teaching y'all kids that the police is bad. Number one, we do have bad police out here, I do admit. But all police officers is not bad.
It is a job for them. I mean, literally, all them guys look at that shit as just a job.
So at the end of the day, make their jobs easier. Start talking. Start helping each other out. Start doing what y'all supposed to. And for y'all young little girls out here, stop being so fast.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all wouldn't be in a situation that y'all been in DC General Hospital in the shelter with y'all babies because y'all parents put y'all asses out.
Yep.
Because they don't want to deal with y'all, their grandbabies. Because y'all did that situation.
Yep.
So we got to be real about the situation. But also, for y'all grandparents, y'all need to look at yourselves as well. Because y'all putting them out and they got to be at DC General Hospital when y'all have a house with rooms in it.
Right.
That they can be chilling in. Yeah, y'all can be mad at each other. But these are human beings.
Be mad at each other in other rooms. Fuck.
These are little kids. You know what I'm saying? And it's to me, it's funny, though. She got kidnapped how many years from DC General Hospital?
Which one, Relisha Rose?
Yeah.
It's been going on 4 years.
4 years. But then some of her family members had houses or apartments.
I don't know.
They had homes, though. Somebody had a home.
More like
Yeah, somebody had a home, but that girl was at DC General Hospital.
Yeah,
So we gotta look at the big picture, y'all, as well. We can't look at these kids having babies. Yeah, it's their fault. But we gotta grow up and say, this is our family members, and we need to take responsibility to make sure that grandbaby doesn't do the same mistake.
That's right.
But then they don't know no better because guess what? They see their mama outside at the bus stop, chilling, smoking, doing what they do best. So the kids think it's okay. So let me tell y'all some of y'all little young girls. Stop putting this makeup on y'all face. Stop rushing it.
Trying to look so old.
Trying to look old when y'all need to look like y'all 12 years old. Be little girls.
Little girls, be a kid.
Do what y'all gotta do as little kids and stop
later.
going to these grown men cars.
Yep.
That's how y'all get snatched.
Yep.
Well,
You
I know
will
one
regret
thing.
it.
I know one thing. Let me speak on that briefly as well.
Please
because
do.
I've gone to the DC Youth and Rehabilitative Services program, where I wasn't even allowed to take my phone into this facility.
Wow.
And spoke to some young women. And, you know, it's kind of hard when you're a young woman and your mom brings someone into the household that rapes you or molests you or something like that. I had a young woman, and I can't say her name, but she came to me and she gave me that story. That's one of them when I was in there that stuck out in my mind.
But also, this is the thing: when stuff like that happens, and I truly feel sorry for you too. But y'all need to start speaking. Y'all got mouths. Y'all got rules and regulations. The law, and I want to tell this to y'all young folks: the law is on y'all side before they on the adult side. They'll put handcuffs on us before they say anything. They want to make sure that you're telling the truth. Yep. So y'all need to start speaking. And for y'all ones that want to play games with the law, y'all get locked up for that too. Just to let y'all know. Oh, we about
falsifying a report.
Right. So y'all need to be serious. And for some of y'all guys got young boys get molested too. Y'all need to listen to the boys and stop saying they playing or brush it off. Yeah. Because guess what? It's going to damage them in the long run.
And especially when they're young. I mean, a lot of these young women that were in that facility that I went to, these girls were under 18. They were in youth facilities. You know, you don't have a lot of options in a situation like that.
So what I'm telling y'all is, for y'all young folks, pay attention. Stop going to these people's cars. Stop talking to these strangers.
Protect yourselves.
If it's happening to you all, please say something.
And if y'all know, because we about to get off the air, if y'all know anything about her, please call 911, call her mother, call me, 202-812-1919. And I won't tell them your information. I won't tell them your name. I'll just say I got the information, and we'll leave it like that. We just need to know information, y'all. This is very important. 7 years. Somebody knows something. This is y'all boy Jaime. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want y'all to come back again. We should do another show like this again. I think this is nice and smooth. Yep. But this is y'all boy Hani Ahmed from Listen Up DMV Radio and Listen Vision every Saturday, usually from 7 to 8. Sometimes we do it at 6 p.m. And y'all can come holler at me. Call me 202-812-1919. I want to thank my sponsors, TAP, for being a part of my life and dealing with my shit when I need them to do flyers and pictures and stuff. Thank you, TAP. All right. I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Thank y'all for having my baby.
Oh, wait a minute, last.
Show. Yes, I want to thank y'all for having my baby on y'all show. And two more things. I'm also on Facebook, and Unique has two Facebook pages. One is called Awaiting Unique Safe Return, and the other one is called Unique Raquel Leona Harris Come Home Now! ! Thank you so much for all of you all's prayers. I appreciate all of it.
And I want to thank y'all for coming out again. You got anything else you want to say? You want to say anything?
Just thanks for the invitation.
About to be next at
9 o'clock.
Oh, 9 o'clock. We got another show coming up, y'all. About
Vibing on the Set is next with Fat Hefe.
Y'all don't want to mess his weed show. It's kind of crazy. Y'all kids, don't listen to his show. Go home and sleep.
No, it's completely
I'm just being real with y'all.